So this is one of the first smartphone launches of the 2026. Honor has released two phones under the same name. On one side, you've got the Honor Magic 8 Pro, the full-fat, no-compromises flagship monster with elite performance, insane cameras, and more AI than you probably asked for. And on the other, there's Honor Magic 8 Lite, which, despite the name, is not light in specs, and actually has a bigger screen and battery than the Pro. Yeah, that already sounds a little bit suspicious. So the question is, do you really need the Pro, or the Magic 8 Lite is secretly the smarter buy? And as always, if you decide to buy any of these phones, you can find my affiliate links to Amazon in the first comment. Of course, search for the best deal for yourself, but if you decide to buy from Amazon, if you use my link, I'm gonna get a small bonus for that, which is nice as there are no sponsors on this channel. So thank you. Now let's talk about these phones. Starting with the Magic 8 Lite, this is honestly one of the nicest looking phones I've used in a long time. The phone is slim and elegant, and the shape feels very well balanced. The camera island is placed in the center and it barely sticks out from the back. Because of this, the phone looks clean and it does not wobble when you put it on the table. In the hand, the Magic 8 Lite feels comfortable. It is easy to hold and it fits well in a pocket, even in tight jeans or a suit jacket. And Honor also did a great job with the colors. You can choose a classic black or brown version with gold details if you want something more eye-catching. I got the green one and it looks really nice. The green tint is calm and the matte finish reacts softly to light. It gives the phone a premium feeling without looking too shiny or flashy. And what makes this even better is that Magic 8 Lite is not just about looks. It is also built to be very strong. Honor wanted to make a phone that is both elegant and tough, and they did a great job here. This phone uses a special drop protection system that helps absorb shock when the phone falls. It is designed to survive drops from up to 2.5 meters. Thanks to that, you do not really need to hide the phone inside a thick, ugly case. On top of that, the phone can work in very cold or very hot temperatures, which is handy as it is like minus 700 degrees outside right now. Both phones are also fully protected against water and dust, so they can handle rain, splashes, and even being fully underwater. Now let's move to the Magic 8 Pro. The design here is more serious and more powerful. The phone clearly wants to look like a flagship. The camera module on the back is much bigger and it stands out more. Honor is not trying to hide the cameras here. Instead, they want you to know this phone is all about performance and photography. The Magic 8 Pro also has an extra button on the side. This will look familiar if you've seen new iPhones with an action button. Honor clearly took inspiration from that idea. This button can be used for different things, like opening and operating the camera or using AI features. Honestly, I still forget about its existence until I click it by accident, so I had to turn it off. But if you like quick shortcuts, this can actually be helpful. Now when you turn the screens on, the story continues in a similar way. The Magic 8 Lite has a large AMOLED display that's bright, colorful, and smooth thanks to its 120Hz refresh rate. Honestly, it's just a nice display. Nothing to complain about here in terms of colors and resolution. The Magic 8 Pro's display is slightly smaller, but it is more advanced. It uses LTPO technology, which allows the refresh rate to dynamically scale depending on what you're doing. That means smoother animations when you need them, and better battery efficiency when you don't. It also supports Dolby Vision and HDR Vivid technologies, which can be great if you're watching a lot of movies on your smartphone. But in day-to-day use, both screens look excellent. They both reach 6000 nits peak brightness, which is plenty, but the Pro feels a little bit more refined. Performance is where the two phones really start to separate. The Magic 8 Lite runs on an over a year-old Snapdragon 6 series chip, and for everyday tasks, it performs well. Apps open quickly, multitasking is smooth, and even gaming is mostly a good experience. However, when you start pushing it in heavier games or longer gaming sessions, you do notice the phone getting warm, and you have to lower some settings to keep having a pleasant experience. The Magic 8 Pro is a completely different story. It's one of the first smartphones to have a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 inside, so this phone is an absolute powerhouse. You can see on my benchmarks how much of a difference it makes. When you look at the numbers, the Magic 8 Pro crushes competition and takes no prisoners. It handles heavy multitasking without breaking a sweat, runs demanding games smoothly, and stays impressively cool while doing so. This is the kind of performance that doesn't just feel good today, but will still feel fast years down the line. Now, here's where things get interesting, because battery life doesn't go the way you might expect. The Magic8 Lite actually has the bigger battery, and it shows. In real-world use, it can easily last 2 full days and often push into a third, depending on how you use it. And again, this phone is not bothered by low temperatures, so that's impressive. 66 watts charging is fast enough to be convenient, and there's even reverse charging if you need to top up another small device in an emergency, like a smartwatch or headphones. It doesn't have wireless charging though. The Magic8 Pro has a smaller battery, which is understandable as it is smaller in size and has to house much more advanced camera system. And Honor makes up for this with extremely fast charging, both wired and wireless. But the problem is that it only works with official Honor certified chargers that you need to buy separately, of course. I used my 90-watt charging brick from Xiaomi, and the fast charging simply doesn't work. Now, the cameras are where the gap between these two phones becomes impossible to ignore. And I'm gonna show you some comparisons. The Magic8 Lite has a capable camera system that works well in good lighting. But when the scene gets darker, it begins to struggle. The Magic8 Pro, by contrast, is a serious camera smartphone. The main camera captures a lot of light and preserves detail extremely well, even in challenging lighting conditions. Highlights are controlled, shadows retain texture, and the overall dynamic range is excellent. You can shoot in RAW format to have even more control when editing. Also, the ultra-wide camera is genuinely useful rather than just being there for the spec sheet. Just look at the comparison. And the 200 megapixel telephoto lens is the star of the show. At optical zoom levels, the detail is impressive, and even when you push into extreme zoom, the results are surprisingly usable. Low light performance is strong across all lenses, and portrait mode looks consistently good at different zoom levels. I think it's pretty accurate with skin tones and natural background separation. And even though both phones use advanced AI to refine your pictures, you can clearly see that still, the more details you provide, the better the results you're gonna get. And video is another area where the Pro pulls far ahead. Being able to shoot high frame rate 4K footage, lock white balance, and fine-tune manual settings makes this phone genuinely appealing for content creators. And it uses both the optical and electronic stabilization, which is outstanding, especially when you compare them side by side. So the Lite in comparison feels much more basic when it comes to video, which is fine for its target audience, but it's important to keep in mind. Software on both phones is smooth and fluid, and Honor's interface feels responsive and polished. Of course, you can see where they drew inspiration from Apple's iOS, but if it works, are you gonna complain? And there are plenty of AI features on both devices that, contrary to iPhone, just work, including smart text tools, live translation, and photo editing, like removing people and distractions from pictures. On the Pro, these features go further with deeper AI integration, advanced photo tools, and that dedicated AI button which you can customize. There is even support for detecting deepfakes or voice cloning, which I wasn't able to test, but if it works, it could become increasingly useful as fake and AI-generated content becomes more common online. So after using both phones for about 2 weeks, my conclusion is actually pretty simple. The Magic8 Lite is an excellent value phone that punches well above its weight. It has fantastic battery life, a great display, solid performance, and a design that doesn't feel cheap. If you don't care about having the best camera or flagship level performance, it's an easy recommendation for a good price. The Magic8 Pro, on the other hand, is for people who want everything. Top-tier performance, one of the best camera systems that I've ever seen, fast charging, premium build quality, and full set of advanced features. It's a proper flagship that just happens to be priced more aggressively than most of its competitors. And at the end of the day, neither phone is the wrong choice. It really just depends on what you care about most. And honestly, that's a good problem to have. So if you enjoyed this comparison, make sure to like the video. I'll try to make more like this in the future. I'm Miles, you're now miles ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye.